You would dare call your king a fool?
Succeeding.
I will hear no more. I banish you from Ascalon. You are no longer my prince, and you are no longer my son.
People of Rin, your king will lead you to death. If you wish to see better days, if you wish to live, then leave the beasts behind and follow me over the Shiver Peaks.
His cape is all
We
twisted
make
up.
for Kryta and a new life, free of the Char.
I like how just the party members and like 2 people follow him. Let's see. Oh no, I'm a human. GGO. Thanks for the run. Alright. Cool. So, yeah, he was like... Oh, hang on.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Because he was like, the fall of Rin will darken my father's heart. And then his dad's like, oh, Rin's dead. Let's build it back up. We got it. Like, he was fine. And then he's like, oh, my king is a fool. They're just trifling about doors. And then he's like, Father, Papa, was I a good boy? And then like earlier on, he was like, never again will we cower in fear of the Char. We will push beyond the walls and take back our lands. And then he sees his dad and he's like, Father, we need to retreat back behind the wall out of these lands. I'm like, what? He was like, every possible sentence was an opposite of something they said in the past. Grand Mason Stonecleaver. These thrice-damned Stone Summit raiders are making things tough on both our peoples. If you had an inclination to help the dwarves out with something, listen. I recently sent a scout into Stone Summit territory, and I'm sure he could use the help of an extra hammer. If you'd be willing to help him out, I'd make it worth your time and give you something in the way of some skills to aid ye on your journey. Rangil Ironbow be the name of me scout, and you can find him up north toward Iron Horse Mine. Suffering. Hex spell. Also hexes foes near target for 6 seconds. These foes have -0 health degen. Wow. So you gotta put points in curses for it to do literally anything. Alright. Debilitating shot, bow attack. It's a bow attack, no one cares. Alright. Let's see. You may need some curses. I might need some curses. Oh, Beast Mastery. Hold on. Oh, God, no. Alright, so are all of these an upgrade? Looks like it. Alright. Back. Let's see. Oh no, I'm out of the thing. Smiting Staff reduces bleeding duration on you by 20%. Alright. Tamer Mask. I wish I could, like, preview these beforehand, but oh well, I'm gonna serve them most of the time anyway. Except for some armor. Fur lines. Beacon Wiki? That's too much work. Okay. Now I need a merchant. Collector. What do you collect? Crichton boots, 37 armor. What's the ones I just bought? 40 armor. You suck. Whoa. no, there's so many new henchmen options. Little Tom. Little Tom? I did a quest for a lady who's looking for you, but you faked your death. There's a cultist. Brawler. I don't know exactly how Brawler's different from Fighter. There's a cultist, so there's a Necro option. Enchanter, probably Mesmer option. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, what is this? Captain Osric, skills. The road to Borless Pass. The road is swarming with dwarves. Ew! Deldrimor's children were once friends of Ascalon, but there seems to be some new group, the Stone Summit, who have no interest in peace with men. We must put these dwarves back on their heels if we are to escort so many children and civilians to the pass. If you can wipe out the Stone Summit raiders who are marauding along the road, we can finally begin our journey through these mountains in earnest. Oh, that's why there's no dwarves in Guild Wars 2, because we freaking killed them all. Our trek into the mountains is proving a dangerous affair, and we've hardly begun. A few of the families who set out with us from Ascalon did not make it here to Yak's Bend, but I have hope they may yet survive. I need someone to search along the road back to Ascalon and help out anyone who might be stranded. Are you up to the task? The Shiverpeak Mountains are not known to grant pity on travelers. Seems a storm has blown in from the east and settled around Borless Pass, and if that wasn't enough, a Stone Summit leader calling herself Enar Frostbite has taken advantage of the situation and ordered his men to block the entrance to the pass. There is no other way to get supplies through. I believe he plans to wait until we're cold and hungry, then start a push toward Yak's Bend. You'd have to be as blind as a Doliac not to see what will happen if they up there if we don't do something now. I guess I'm blind as a Doliac. I don't know what you want. I need you to head a party up there and take out Frostbite's force. Oh, yeah, okay. Can you teach me skills? Is this the first skill trainer in the game? Oh my god! Look at this, chat. It's more skills than all of Guild Wars 2. Holy crap. Preparation, 24 seconds. Your physical attacks inflict poisoned condition for 3 seconds. This is physical attacks. I wonder if this works for, like, sword attacks and not just arrow attacks. Choking gas. Preparation. Spread choking gas to foes, adjacent foes. Choking gas interrupts spells. Barbed trap affects nearby foes, deals 7 piercing, inflicts equivalent bleeding. Easily interrupted, these say. Healing spring. Heals, let's see, affects adjacent allies, heals for 15 every 2 seconds. Support ranger, go, go. Ignite arrows, kindle arrows, quickening zephyr. I think I have that one. Oh yeah, it says known. Serpent's quickness. Your skills recharge 33% faster. Huh. 45-second cooldown, and for 15 seconds, your skills recharge 33% faster. That's kind of wild. Storm Chaser, you move 25% faster and gain 1 energy whenever you take elemental damage. Wailing Winter. Antidote Signet. Remove poison, disease, blindness, and 1 additional condition for yourself. Okay, question for you guys. I know Resurrection Signet, you can only use like once per mission, and then you have to kill like a boss to recharge it or something. What about anything else with the word Signet? Does anything else with the word Signet have like weird things like that, where you can only use it once a mission or something? Or is it all just cooldown based? Other Signets have regular recharge. Normal Signets do not work like that. It's just Res Signet. Okay, okay. Hey, guess what? Hi, White. Let's see, what else? Concussion shot, determined shot, pin down, read the wind, savage shot, expertise, point blank shot, throw dirt, inflicts blindness for 5 seconds, also affects foes near the target. Everybody's favorite. Wait. This says purchasing this costs a skill point. What is a skill point? Do I have skill points? Press H. I have 15 skill points. Oh, yo, okay, I didn't even realize I've been earning those. So I can't, I'm glad I realized that before I just tried to buy everything in here. Wellspring. Well of the Profane. Foes in this well lose all enchantments and cannot be the target of more enchantments, but it uses up a corpse. Oh, wells use corpses? What? Well of Suffering. Foes in the area have -1 health degen. Taste of Death. Necrotic Traversal. Teleport to a corpse's location, inflict the poison condition around you. Rotting Flesh. Inflicts the diseased condition. What is disease? Is that just health degen, or is that something beyond that? Guild Wars Diseased. Causes 4 pips of health degen. Disease is contagious between creatures of the same kind. Interesting, so it'll spread around. That's kind of cool. Unlike poison, it will spread between creatures of the same creature type that are adjacent to each other. It is the only condition that will transfer between creatures. In most circumstances, an application of disease affects each creature once. Like poison and bleeding, it will only affect fleshy creatures. That's kind of neat. 15 mana, but it could spread through a ton of targets. Muck, what are your plans this Easter? I forgot it existed. Let's see, Malign Intervention, High Courtney. Target foe receives less from healing. If they die while suffering this hex, a boneless horror will spawn. Death does 26 damage and inflicts poison condition on adjacent foes if target ally dies. Wait, what? Oh, it's an enchantment. You cast this on a friendly, and if the friendly dies, it explodes. Okay, so you would use this on like a necro minion or something, I think. That necro is drumming on your head. Straighten up, make it easier for him. Dark Aura, do 5 damage to adjacent foes whenever target ally sacrifices life. Imagine using this with that other skill I had where it's like a 2-second cooldown, you sacrifice 10% life in 1 mana to do a shot. Blood of the Master. Oh, there's one of those awesome AoE heals for Minion Masters. I remember using this on my endgame Minion Master years ago. Heals all your undead servants for 30. 2-second cooldown. Rigor Mortis, target foe can't block. There's so much stuff in here. Rend enchantments, remove 5 enchantments from target foe. Price of Failure. 25% chance to miss, target foe takes 1 damage whenever it fails to hit. Plague Touch, transfer a condition from you to the foe. Plague Sending, transfer condition and its remaining duration from yourself to target foe and all adjacent foes. It's like a weird epidemic. Malaise, cause -1 energy degen. Does 5 damage if the target's foe's energy drops to 0. Curses. That's kind of cool, honestly, and it's really cheap too. Enfeebling Blood inflicts weakness for 5 seconds on this foe and nearby foes. Wait, isn't weakness really freaking good in this game? Hang on a second. Weakness. While suffering from this condition, you do 66% less damage with attacks. And all attributes reduced by 1. That's my husband drumming on your head. He's mine now. Yeah, you do 66%. Dude, that's insane. This is a 8-second cooldown spell with 0 points and curses that does -66% damage to all enemies that are near each other for 5 seconds. That's really good. That's really freaking good. Like, I could just take the points out of Blood Magic and take this and just use this once per fight. It's 1 mana. Alright, I'm getting that because I feel like maybe. Inflicts weakness for 10 seconds. Use Dark Aura on top of it. What was Dark Aura? What's Dark Aura? Deal 5 damage to adjacent foes whenever target ally sacrifices health. The thing is hold on. Dark Aura is 30 seconds. Do 5 damage. I mean, yeah, it's only 5 damage. 5 damage for an extra button. Not worth it unless I was putting more points into that. But I see the combo. Defiled Flesh, reduce healing target foes receives by 33%. Chillblains deal 10 cold damage to foes in the area around your target. Remove 1 enchantment from those foes. Well of Blood. Allies in the area have +2 health regen. Use as a corpse. Vamp Gaze. Steal 29 health. 10 mana. Unholy Feast. Steal 25 health from 2 foes in the area around you. 25 health from 2 foes. Touch of Agony. Deal 30 damage. 1 mana, 30 damage. Uses up 10% life. 3-second cooldown. That could be fun. I'll take that. Strip Enchantment. Remove 1 enchantment from target foe. If you do, you steal 21 health. Order of Pain. Enchant all party members. 5 seconds. 6 more damage whenever these party members hit with physical damage. Dude, you could make a whole build just keeping this up as often as possible. That would be a lot of damage. If the whole party is just add 6, that would... You could do a whole thing. Now, I couldn't do that while I'm running up front in melee, because it's a lot of health costs. Mark of Subversion. Target foe's next spell fails, and you steal 32 health. That's kind of cool.
Shiburito raided my stream with 6 viewers.
Shiburito, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome. Orders an entire build family? Yeah. Yeah, now, obviously, a lot of these things, I'm like, that could be a build. Obviously, a lot of these are, but, you know, I'm kind of reading this with fresh eyes. Dark Bond. Transfer 75% of incoming damage from you to your nearest servant. That's a cool emergency button. 38-second duration. 5 mana. Blood Ritual. +3 energy regeneration. Cannot self-target. You can use... Okay, so you do this on someone else. Barbed Signet. Target and adjacent foes suffer from bleeding for 6 seconds. Touch Ranger build. A little bit Touch Ranger build. I'm liking the Beast Mastery skills more, Shiburito, but I am Ranger / Necro right now. Bleeding. How many pips is bleeding by default? Oh gosh, it feels so quiet whenever I tab out of the game because it mutes itself. -3 health degen. Okay. Alright, so this is... No mana, -3 health degen for 6 seconds. That'd be 18 damage. Meh. I don't know if that's worth the slot. You buying skills or just checking them out? Yes and yes. I've bought a couple, and you know, chat informed me not to buy everything because there's a limit on skill points. So I'm reading and looking for things that interest me. Symbiosis. Create a level 6 spirit. 102-second lifespan. I'm actually up past my bedtime. I should wrap it up here pretty soon. 102-second life. Okay, hold on, chat. In Guild Wars 1, do spirits follow you, or do they stay where you summon them? They stay. Okay. So 102-second lifespan's really not going to be a big thing unless it's like a boss fight. Creatures in range have plus 101 max health for each enchantment. Okay. Revive animal. Okay. Predatory Season. Creatures in range receive 20% less from healing. Creatures gain 5 health each time they hit with an attack. Does not affect spirits. Predator's Pounce. Deals pet attack, does plus 23 damage, and the pet gains 32 health if this hits. So it's like Feral Lunge, but life steal instead of bleeding. Otyog's Cry. Pet has plus 24 armor and is unblockable. That's kind of cool. Melanger's Assault. Pet attack does 24 damage to nearby foes. That's AoE. That affects everyone. Yeah, spirits affect enemies too. I have heard that. Fertile Season. Creatures in range have 110 max health and plus 8 armor. Feral Lunge, I know. Edge of Extinction. Does 36 damage to creatures in its range whenever a creature of the same type dies. Does not affect spirits. I have heard that this is really good. Call of Protection. Your pet has 14 damage reduction. 2 minutes. That's a 2-minute duration. Bestial Pounce does plus 14 damage. Causes knockdown if target foe is casting a spell. You should get Call of Protection, best skill for pet. My pet hasn't really been... I've been running into melee range to make sure that I take damage instead of the pet, so that the pet will... I've read about pet evolution, and I'm trying to make sure the pet evolves to do max damage. So I've been running in and kind of tanking for the pet, so right now I don't really need that, but I could see the use for it down the line. Muck, who's the guy doing rock on the left? He was in the party that I did a minute ago, and he's just been beating on my real-life head while I've been doing this. Okay, Bestial Pounce. Edge of Extinction. Launchers, it's 14 damage on my foes, Beast Mastery. Muck, what is Guild Wars 1 endgame? You just beat the story and then you uninstall. I'm kidding. I'm just getting a rise out of people. There's some people are angrily typing right now. 10 mana for 14 damage AoE is kind of eh. Well, actually, I'm sorry. It's just plus 14. So that would be its base damage plus 14 more. Your pet has 1 level before you can tell its evolution progress. I guess I'll find out soon if my efforts have been worth it. Okay. For now, I want to try... Let's get rid of that. Where's curses? There was that one curse that I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. Enfeebling Blood. Weakness AoE. So it's 5 seconds. If I put a point in curses... Now it's 6. Is it 1 second per point? It's 1 second per point. So if I have curses at level 3, then it's permanent uptime. For 1 mana every 8 seconds. That looks really good. 1 second cast, though? True. I think I'd rather put that in expertise, though. Could be probably melee. Well, I mean, I haven't been dying. I haven't died at all today. I've been running into melee and holding mobs and keeping them, like, off of my teammates, and I haven't been dying, so... Got lightning reflexes, too. Alright, where is... Beast Mastery. It's Bestial Pounce. Alright, so right now I've got... I'm almost never using Troll Unguent. That was really useful at the lower levels. Like, that 3 second cast time is pretty insane in combat. Could put the AoE button on the bar. Could put Edge of Extinction. The 60-second cooldown. Wait, it's a 5-second cast? Oh my god. I didn't realize. It's a 5-second cast. But every time you kill one dude, it AoEs all the other dudes. Yeah, I don't know if I want that on the bar for a freaking 5-second cast time. You know what would be funny? Edge of Extinction's a ritual, right? So that affects enemies too. So like if you had a minion master and the enemy like kills a minion and all, it just chain reaction kills all the minions. You're just like, whoops. Sir Muck, I just did CO Strike. I wonder why the SAK doesn't work sometimes. I know it works as a projectile and there shouldn't be something between you and the target. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've done that. I can't immediately recall having issue with that. I'm not sure what issue you have. Let's see. Alright, so I feel like like Blood Renewal, I don't have any points in Blood Magic right now. But Blood Renewal is a 1-mana spell that helps keep health up a little bit. Helps keep health up a little bit. I haven't used Troll Unguent in a while. I don't think I need that. Bestial, so I could put Bestial Pounce here just to have an AoE button. Wait, no, I'm sorry, Bestial Pounce isn't that. Bestial Pounce is a counterspell, which is also not bad if I'm fighting something that is like chain casting heal and stuff like that. I guess the question is, when I hit Bestial Pounce, does it immediately trigger the pet to do an attack which would, you know, like I hit button and interrupt would happen? Or is it I hit Bestial Pounce and it buffs the pet and then it's just when its next attack goes through, then it's an interrupt? Because then it's less reliable if it's the latter. Shib says it's next attack. Okay, so that would make it less usable on demand. So then this button is 10 mana, but it's big AoE. So this is just really good damage for 5 mana. This is 10 mana, but your pet for 30 seconds attacks and moves 33% faster, which is just great, and I can precast this running into the fight. This is just a 1 mana heal. This is a 1 mana weakness everybody. And this is an AoE button. This is an emergency button. This is an emergency button. And this is an revive pet. When's the $100 giveaway? I'm afraid we already did that. That was a bit ago. That happened earlier. Alright, I might try this the next time. We have 2 points unused. Let's see, 3 and 40. Does that help at all? I mean, I could do that, I guess. Let's see. Beast, expertise. Does it... No, that's already... I don't think anything else would help much. Okay. Alright, and... I need to sell this stuff. Where is a merchant? Storage. There's a merchant. Okay. And we need a salvage kit. So I get that. Can I sell my old armor? Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, so with that chat, thank you, Mr. Backup Dancer. We are going to save our progress here. We've definitely made some. I've got some new skills I'm eager to try the next time, and we will pick it up from here in our progress tomorrow.